Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the Cult Juice channel where we talk all things pop culture. So go ahead and join the cult today and just go ahead and subscribe. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift. Now, in case you all do not know, both of these artists have just recently released an album within the past month. And there's been a lot of messy drama going on when it comes to the overall conversation about, sales, about being a greedy artist, about being chart obsessed, and about being just overall just hungry to stay on top, okay? And all of this is about Billie Eilish exposing Taylor Swift for her greedy, obsessed chart behavior. Okay, that's been going on for the past, I'll say about 2 years now. It's just gotten insane. Now, I'm a Taylor Swift fan and a Billie Eilish fan. But I'm kind of more a Taylor Swift fan, but I'm going to definitely hold my fave accountable. And that's just how I am. I'm never going to sit around here and just act like everything they're doing is so perfect. No. Now, Taylor Swift has this, I want to say obsession with winning. I mean, we all want to win. I get it. We all want to win. I don't know if it's her or her team that, every single time she puts out something, there are so many versions of it. I mean, there's so many versions of her singles, so many versions of her albums. Every week, there's something new to keep her album on top of the charts. And it's just okay, all these vinyls, all this stuff, right? It's just a lot going on. And Billie Eilish has actually, I think she caught on to that. And she realized, wait, that's not good for the environment, okay? And she has decided to weigh in. And we don't necessarily know if she's exactly talking about Taylor Swift, but I mean, who else is dropping 80,000 new versions of a new album? Now, let's get into what Billie Eilish had to say, okay? Billie Eilish says, "We live in this day and age where for some reason it's very important to some artists to make all sorts of different vinyl and packaging, which ups the sales and ups the numbers and gets them more money and gets them more." Okay? Then the interviewer said, well, it counts towards number one albums, aka, everybody dropping these albums and dropping these versions to boost their sales. Okay, cool. Eilish says, "I can't express to you how wasteful it is. It is right in front of our faces and people are just getting away with it left and right. And I find it really frustrating as somebody who goes out of my way to be sustainable and do the best that I can and try to involve everybody in my team in being sustainable. And then it's some of the biggest artists in the world making effing 40 different vinyl packages that have a different unique thing just to get you to keep buying more." Wow, that was a direct shot at Taylor Swift because she does have different colors of vinyls just to have you keep buying more. And then she says, "It's so wasteful and it's irritating to me that we're still at a point where you care that much about your numbers and you care that much about making money and it's all your favorite artists doing that ish." Okay. Wow. So she's coming straight for Taylor Swift's neck right there. That was definitely a jab at Taylor Swift. Okay. Because that is exactly what she does. All right. Now, Billie Eilish is more so coming at the angle of, caring about the environment and caring about, all these different things. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like, vinyls is the main thing that's harming our environment when actually it's a lot of these big corporations and big businesses and big companies that are responsible for the environment and the overall waste of materials. Okay, so we can't just put the blame on artists. Okay, I mean, we can't do that, Billie Eilish. We can't just do that. But she does have a point here. Now, for me, I understand her point because it, all that vinyl releasing, it makes Taylor Swift look greedy. It makes her look like she doesn't want to lose. All right, and it just makes her look like a person who just is so obsessed with being number one. Now, like I said, we all want to be number one, but when you go to great lengths and great, extremes to maintain that status, it doesn't even feel like you got there authentically. If you had to do all that to win, did you really win? Or did you just, cheat your way to the top? And I really feel like, there needs to be a rule on vinyls and all those things like that. Because it allows so much fraudery and fuckery to go by in the industry. And it's nobody's policing it. Billboard, they don't change the rules on artists that they like. Okay, they like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift makes them a lot of money. The industry allows Taylor Swift to get away with all this shit that she does because she makes them so much money, okay? Her Eras tour, yeah, it billions of dollars. She's boosting the economy in every single city that she's gone to. I mean, I'm like, it's a $1 billion world tour. You know, she has a multi-billion-dollar empire. So the industry is going to allow her to play these silly, fraudery games because they're profiting off of it. So of course she's going to get away with it. But let a smaller artist do some type of, scheme to be on top. Billboard is quick to change the rules. Billboard is quick to announce, we have changed the rules for this and that and the third. They always do that. But yeah, her tour is just high. It's in high demand, okay? And people are really spending $3,000 for Taylor Swift tickets, okay? It's a very big, just greedy pool of people in the entertainment industry. All right, I feel like Taylor Swift might be one of them, And Taylor Swift has not been beating the capitalist allegations. I mean, she hasn't at all. I mean, she just doesn't. And Beyonce and Taylor Swift get the capitalist allegations, for having those expensive world tours. But they are performing for over 3 hours long. So maybe, that's not a problem. Well, Billie Eilish disagrees.
I'm not doing a 3-hour show. That's literally psychotic. Nobody wants that. You guys don't want that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want that as a fan. My favorite artist in the world. I'm not trying to hear them for 3 hours. You know what I mean? It's far too long. No, you don't want that.
She has a problem with artists who are spending over 3 hours to perform. Okay, she says in the interview that she does not like it, it's boring, and she would never do it. Wow. This sounds like a personal attack on Taylor Swift. I mean, it just seems like there's some brewing beef here between Taylor and Billie. It's like, wow. It just seems like Billie Eilish is tired of the games that these artists are doing. Like, why is your show 3 hours? I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's pretty good, pretty great. Pay your money and get all your money's worth. I'm not upset with that at all. But I think that Billie Eilish, I wouldn't say she's jealous of Taylor Swift. I think she doesn't like the gimmicks and games that come along with being a big artist like Taylor. Like, it's so much gimmicks and fraudery and like so much industry like games that allow a person to be on top. I mean, like, think about it. Think about it like this. If you're a person who, you're playing the game of Uno fairly, right? And you see a person to the left of you, getting all these cards, removed from their stack, and they're playing the game how they want to play it, and nobody's policing it, and nobody's stopping them from messing up, but you are forced to play it right and do it right, and you're forced to make sure that you have all your cards together and you're not messing up and you're not being a fraud. Like, that can really get to your brain, because like, how come she gets to do all this weird stuff, but I have to be so perfect and make sure that I'm good, and it's like, I can see how that feels to an artist who just wants everything to be fair and square, and not just not being greedy, negative, and harming the environment. That's all Billie is trying to say. Now, fast forward to Billie Eilish releasing her album Hit Me Hard or Soft comes out, okay? And the week that the album comes out, Taylor Swift decides to clap back and drop 3 new versions of her album digitally that include exclusive tracks, okay, from her album, okay? And it's like, it's recordings, I believe, and like, drafts and acoustic vocals. It's some little things that she just put into, something just to be able to, sell more records. That's all Taylor Swift and her team does. Now, I don't know if it's Taylor Swift herself doing this, or if it's just her team that wants to continue to have her have these, weird ways. But the same thing happened to SZA last year when she dropped SOS. I mean, like, the whole week they were releasing new versions of that album. It's kind of sickening. Now, back to Billie. So we then hear about the fact that Taylor Swift dropped all these versions. Okay, great. Now that means that Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift are officially competing that week for the number 1 spot. And who do you think got number 1? Billie or Taylor? Yes, Taylor Swift got number 1. Taylor Swift got the #1 spot. Okay. Wow. That's insane here. That's crazy. The greed really won. Wow. That's insane to me. I just wish that, like, you know, they played it fair and square and just allowed Billie to, you know, be able to have a fair chance. But when you're going against like 30 versions of an album, like, there's no way you can win, you know? And I think, you know, I just don't like to see artists doing this to upcoming artists, you know, compared to Taylor Swift. Billie Eilish she's not an upcoming artist in the grand sense of, you know, like music, but like she's a newer artist compared to Taylor Swift. You know, she's pretty new here. Like, she's 5 years in. Taylor Swift is about 17, 18 years in, you know? And it's just like, wow, is this how you do the younger generation, Taylor? Like, you're gonna allow your greed to overshadow the fact that younger people are coming up and trying to make a name for themselves as well? That's just disgusting to me. Like, that behavior is disgusting. And Taylor Swift fans, listen, I'm a Swiftie. I am a Swiftie. But I'm also going to hold her accountable. And some Taylor Swift fans, they don't see a problem with this. Like, they just don't. Like, outside of this, I have no issues with Taylor Swift at all. Like, I think she's pretty chill. She's a great musician. She can write. You know, and I love Taylor. I don't have anything. She doesn't do anything wrong. But this situation here, the way her team is moving, or somebody on something, it just feels very weird. You know, I don't know. Let's chat down below. Can Taylor fans also, you know, hey, like, educate me in terms of maybe this is why she does these things? I don't know. Like, what else would you get out of doing this? I don't know. But yeah, okay. Let's chat down below. People are also saying that Billie Eilish is just jealous of Taylor. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I think they both have their own success, and, you know, yeah. But let's chat down below. I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to get into it. I would love to, you know, have a full dialogue about it, okay? And yes, let's keep it respectful with the comments. Let's keep it very respectful. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.